Welcome back, SB2L. Come with me to the capital for Gift of Life, Michigan. Now, this is me in the group that I went with for the bus. This is us in the construction. The ride was very long because of the construction. What should have been a 2.5-hour ride was more like a 3-hour ride. This is me admiring the countryside of Michigan. That's the one thing I love about Michigan is all the countryside and the natural areas that we have here in Michigan. I just love it. I wish I was born on a farm or somewhere rural. I'm a city girl. This is me waving to my grandfather. He came with me, and my grandmother came with me. It was a good time. They both had it fun, so I'm glad they came with me. Now, this is us arriving at Capitol in Lansing after 3 long hours. This is me taking a picture in front of the Capitol. Now, one thing about it, I've never been to Lansing or the capital of Michigan. So it was very surprising that the Capitol building was so big and the grounds were so large. That's one thing that amazed me. Now, when we first came into the information tents, we came across the All of Us program, and I'm going to let them explain who they are and what they do.
High school, wherever they want us to come in, we're trying to educate students about organ and tissue donation, why it's important. A lot of them, when they go to get their driver's license, those are a sample of some of the things we bring out.
So, what organs and tissues are transplantable? Why a person might need a transplant? Bust some myths. We talk a little bit about the Michigan Organ Donor Registry, and then they get to take an up-close and personal look at the actual organs.
Through the Gift of Life, the All of Us program for high schoolers offers information about donation processes, demonstration on what it looks like to need a transplant, and literature to aid in the family decisions about donation, which I felt was very important to talk about. They showed all the major organs that can be transplanted. Here we have a lung, a heart, and we have kidneys, which we all know are very important. That's the organ that I need, is a kidney. But during this conversation, the person behind me actually told me that they had a bone ligament transplanted. I didn't know that you could have bone ligaments and tissue transplanted, so I felt that was very new in education. Now, Eversight is an organization that helps in vision rehabilitation through cornea transplants. Here is the table we're here for, the Gift of Life, Michigan. Here we have some hospitals. We have Trinity Health, Cornwell Health, and University of Michigan Health. And as always, I'm always running into the National Kidney Foundation. I love conversating with the people over at National Kidney Foundation. So after we got done with the information tents, lunch was provided for everyone that attended the rally. Now, after lunch was served, we all gathered around to prepare ourselves for the March of Honor, and I met up with the people who I rode the bus with, and our conversations are just very inspiring. There was even one person on the bus who has had a kidney transplant for over the last 30 years, and that was just so inspiring and so helpful to know that my kidney could last me a long time. Now, here we are lining up for the memorial walk of Honor, which was a moving tribute to all those personally touched by donation. First, they had the donor families line up, and then the recipients, and then they had the waiting to live recipients lined up, and then they had the living donors lined up. The moving tribute really touched my heart to know that the gift of life continues to honor those families who choose organ and tissue donation in their time of grief. They know the importance of this life-saving gift, and I thank them. Now here is the MC bringing us all in. Here we are beginning to walk on top of the Capitol steps. And again, this whole tribute just put me in awe, because grief is difficult in itself. But just to know these families put aside their grief to do such a selfless act, as in donating their loved ones' organs, it really is miraculous to me. And I just thank them personally, each and every one of them. As we walked towards the Capitol steps, one side of the walkway was for all the donors, both living and deceased, and all the recipients, and the other side was for the waiting to live recipients, which I was a part of because I have not yet received my transplant as of yet. But I was just so honored to be a part of this, because it really showed that the wants and the need for donors are greater than the actual people on the waiting to live list. Not to say that the people on the waiting to live list is small, by no means, but it's just good to know that there are people willing and able to be your donor, or potentially my donor, in the long run. And I can't wait to see that day come. And this is us going up the steps to say, give back to the gift of life. Be an organ donor. And there's little old me. Now here is Senator Kevin Daly, who spoke about his son being on the donor list after a tragic tree accident, and even through their loss, they knew that it was the right thing to do. Now here is educator and tissue recipient Lanice Levy, who spoke about her personal testimony through transplant and her mission to continue to educate the youth about organ and tissue donation through the All of Us program provided by Gift of Life Michigan. After the rally was over, we had a photo op, and of course I had my Laughter Strong t-shirt on. You guys, I had the pleasure of meeting this young, beautiful soul by the name of Zara. Her kidney testimony is one for the books. I can't wait to have her on the show one day soon. And this is us on the way back home. We had a good time. I just want to encourage everyone to register for the organ and tissue registry through your social security office or through giftoflife.org, and I will leave all those links down below. And remember, you guys, snap back to get your life back, and like, comment, share, and subscribe.